we were talking about.
So I was going to talk about Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
So, how hard is it to? Because nowadays it's not.
Fuck.
Whoa. Nowadays it's not too hard to pitch. Whatever action movie.
Yeah.
But to come up with the geniusness that is Ghostbusters, and then do it back in a time when special effects wasn't that special effects in 80s movies were possible, but they reserved it for the bigger stuff.
Right.
Maybe I don't really know, but
it was just more expensive and more difficult to crank that stuff out.
Yeah, exactly. Where nowadays Marvel movies come out fucking cranking. You know what I mean?
Dime a dozen, man.
I mean, fucking Marvel movies are like 2 a year almost.
Yeah.
Or at
just about.
Maybe 1 or 2 a year. I don't know.
It's going so much faster.
Yeah. So, anyways, but the idea of Ghostbusters is a genius fucking movie. Right. Sequel's alright, but the first one's a geniusness. You know what I mean?
What the fuck is happening?
Comedic gold,
Yeah.
And stuff. And the other thing too is the idea of
fuck.
It was an action movie, but it was mostly a comedy. But there was a lot of CG and stuff, or not CG, but you know what I mean, there's a lot of special effects. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's saying something.
Yeah,
you know
that is saying something.
So, but not only that, but it's written by two comedians.
Oh, come the fuck on.
And it stars fucking 3 comedians and Ernie Hudson.
Yeah.
Was Ernie Hudson a comedian?
I don't know.
I don't remember. Maybe 4 comedians. 3 or 4 comedians. Not only that, but there's Rick Moranis.
God damn it! I'm not laying on the fucking web. I hate this.
So there's
so much.
Not only that, but there's fucking Rick Moranis. Fucking what's her name plays Janine. And
right,
Sigourney fucking Weaver in the 80s. Damn. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So there's something to this. You know what I mean? So there's what is it about 80s movies? What was that spark that was there? Maybe it's just that. Maybe it's just there was a spark, and it was that was the cool idea.
Right.
You know what I mean? I don't know, but in the 80s there were plenty of action movies where they all kind of felt the same. There's plenty of action movies now that all kind of feel the same.
Yeah.
Now it feels like buddy cop action is kind of the big, with the, what was it? There was, excuse me, there was 21.
I'm just gonna retry this.
There's 21 and 22 Jump Street.
Yeah.
Which were fine, but I'm just saying then now we have, there was The Other Guys, and there was more realistic movies like End of Watch, but for some reason, duo,
Yeah, those seem to be the trend.
Buddy cop movies for some reason seems to be the weird,
especially mediocre ones. I don't know.
For sure, yeah.
I feel like it's because, the 80s was kind of that golden age, cinematically.
Kinda.
Well, I mean...
There's plenty of crap in the 80s.
No, there's plenty of crap, but I mean, we had... In the 80s and 90s...
Yeah.
We had, the good buddy cop movies. We had Eddie Murphy at his prime.
Yeah, exactly.
We had Chris Farley, who wasn't in any buddy cop movies at all.
But yeah.
But he was in buddy films.
Yeah, exactly.
Just duet-style films. Yeah,
yeah,
like Black Sheep.
And Tommy Boy.
And Tommy Boy.
Yeah.
Just shit like that. Where it's 2 comedians kind of ricocheting off of each other for the sake of a film. One of them's super ridiculous and one of them's usually a bit more grounded. I feel like because we...
Dude, that's the typical straight man and funny man.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Well, by the way, best straight man ever, in my opinion, has got to be David Spade.
He's a pretty good one.
He's a great straight man. Yeah.
I feel like because we're stepping out of clearly that very rich age where there was a lot of those films and a lot of really good of those films, people saw that they did really well and they kind of grew up on that kind of fodder, and now it's their turn to kind of give it... Are you kidding me? I hit the guardrail!
I know, but the people who grew up in the 80s, I'm very surprised by the...
Well, no, I think that's part of the problem is that, everybody's doing it.
Is it? But there's no one, I can't think of a movie recently where I was like, now there's a fucking amazing idea.
See, that's the problem. Okay, what I'm saying is a lot of people...
Are doing what was done in the 80s?
What was done, but for different intentions. They're not psyched about making this film. They're making it because they know, 1, it'll work really well, and 2, it's a formula that they've lived on.
So, the one movie...
I feel like if there was a formula that didn't work too well, one that didn't attract the same kind of budget, and the guy pitching the idea had to get a bit more creative with how he was going to make it, then you might see something that somebody's really passionate about, because anybody who just kind of wanted to make that film, God fucking damn it. Anybody who just kind of wanted to make that film, but not really, would have been like weeded off, you know? Like they would have given up.
Yeah, exactly.
But you only get
the people who are passionate about the movie.
Really want to make that film.
Yeah.
But buddy cop movies or just duet comedies in general, they're so easy to make now because you just gotta find somebody who will fund it, and anybody will fund that shit because it sells.
Yeah, exactly. And no offense, but I don't really dig Kevin Hart.
I don't either, honestly.
I have yet to find the... I mean, I've seen his stand-up and I've, laughed a little bit, but not like fucking full-on, like...
Fuck me.
So I apologize if that...
I went down
puts anyone
every
up in
place. I was in second place, now I'm in eighth, because that fall took forever.
What else was there, though? Yeah, I don't know. But then there's stuff like the stuff that like I think works from people who grew up in the 80s. Stuff like Regular Show really works, but it's more of a parody of the 80s.
Exactly. See, like that's, I don't know. It's somebody who knows more than. I mean, that's like a different example, I think, because it's a cartoon. First of all.
Yeah, for sure.
Cartoon already takes so much more deliberation.
Yeah, for sure.
Than just a standard film.
Well, not only that, but I mean, like I always say, like I was doing a critical analysis of. I can't believe I'm about to say this fucking sentence. I was just doing a critical analysis of Regular Show recently. Yeah. Not a joke. Like I was writing a fucking paper about Regular Show recently, and I thought about it for a little bit, and then I realized it really isn't that much 80s influenced. Right. Although I mean a lot of it, like you're right, the duet comedy, which it has strayed away from now. It is doing episodes focused on the other characters, which I really like now. Yeah. But not only having two main characters, a straight man and a funny man. Yeah. But the only thing from the 80s is a lot of the technicalities of it. Yeah. You know what I mean? Things like, they play what is it, a Mega Drive. Yeah, yeah. Genesis. Mega Drive, and they use a like a VCR. I mean, they have DVDs, but they use VHS and stuff like that. It's like this weird alternate reality where the 80s kind of kept going a little while longer. Yeah, that's the idea of Regular Show. But there's tons and tons of 90s and even 70s and 60s influence, And I mean mostly in soundtrack related things, because first episode of Regular Show has Tom Sawyer by Rush in it. But there's plenty of episodes that has like Beach Boys and stuff. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, and J.G. Quintel's stuff. I mean, he loves Wes Anderson. There's more Wes Anderson in fucking Regular Show than fucking 80s stuff. Yeah. You know what I mean? And Wes Anderson's a pretty recent addition to avant-garde, independent filmmaking and stuff. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Doing okay then? I agree with that notion. I hate this level so much. This is balls. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like, specifically in film, because in TV, you don't have to think of a 2-hour thing that somebody's going to see and then probably forget about. Totally fair. As long as you get the ticket. Yeah. You've got to think of a thing that's going to be entertaining enough for 11 months. Minutes at a time, every few weeks. Every few weeks for months. Yeah. So that you could do it again. Exactly. So I mean, that's the goal in mind. Yeah. So you have to think a lot harder about how to be like consistently entertaining. Yeah. Over a very long period of time. So my thought now, background to the movie idea. Yeah. But I haven't seen many movies that have taken risk and worked with it. You know what I mean? I've seen a few pretty good, like it's a cool idea, but it wasn't quite executed well. Right. Good examples are. Did you ever see I, Robot? I didn't see that. Will Smith. Okay, so no, I've seen some of that actually. Okay, so I mean, I'm a huge sci-fi nerd, especially with mechs and robots and shit. Right. You know what? I'll get to Pacific Rim now that I think about it. But iRobot's really cool, but it's only for robot nerds. But it tries to be a blockbuster movie. Does that make sense? Like Will Smith is pretty good at blockbusters. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like Men in Black. I mean, I think Men in Black was pretty good. I think so. I like it. Once again, buddy, kind of a buddy cop. Yeah. But paranormal. Yeah. But Will Smith is pretty good at picking, kind of blockbuster movies.
Yeah.
I don't remember how well I, Robot was received, but I really dig it. It's a cool sci-fi mystery about the dangers of AI, and it's done really seriously, but there's a few weird things in it, like Shia LaBeouf is kind of like the background character.
Okay.
Which is really weird, and there's a typical kind of, I wouldn't say it's a love story, but whatever.
It's got that add-on.
Yeah.
That all blockbusters
but it's not,
seem to need to have.
But it's not totally forced. It's not too heavy-handed.
Okay.
But it's pretty good. But the other cool thing about it, though, is the robot shit in iRobot is legit. It's actually a little bit of a thriller now that I think about it, because it is kind of like no one believes this detective, because this detective basically has one thought in mind.
Uh-huh.
He doesn't trust robots.
Okay.
Everyone else in the world basically trusts. Hey, you did it.
Yeah. About fucking time.
Basically, no one in the world trusts robots, or everyone does, rather. Right. Everyone trusts robots. This one detective does not, and that's why it's cool. You know what I mean? That is pretty cool. But and it no joke. It's based on, I believe, iRobot is an Isaac Asimov book.
I'm pretty sure it was a book. Yeah.
No, I know it's a book. I'm pretty sure it's Isaac Asimov, the godfather of robot fiction.
Right.
Who came up with the 3 laws of robotics, which are super important to the movie. Because the 3 laws of robotics are like the way that the movie says, like, well, robots can't be evil because they're programmed to be good.
Yeah.
This one detective's like, still don't fucking trust them. You know what I mean? So the 3 laws of robotics, whatever. The other cool ones are Real Steel, another fucking robot one, but I liked the idea of it. It's about a guy trying to
train.
No. It's about a guy who's trying to reconnect with his long lost son or whatever. Like his girlfriend had a kid or something. Right. And so he's trying to get back together with his son essentially. And what he does though for a living is that he's he boxes robots in the near future. Oh. And I thought, that's such a cool idea. Execution's a little muddy. Not gonna lie, it's a kind of messy.
That's kind of a recent film, yeah.
It's pretty recent. It's 2011, I think.
Hugh Jackman, right?
Hugh Jackman.
Oh yeah.
Was the guy, and it's all right. You know what I mean? Has some bumps. The robot fighting's pretty good. CG's a little meh, but it's all right. And you know what? We don't have ideas like that anymore. I liked the core idea was there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Boxing robots and a guy trying to reconnect with his son.
I kind of get that. Here's the thing. I'm a pretty big sci-fi nerd too, but I take every movie that I see at least promos for with a grain of salt.
Sure.
And I always immediately start tearing it apart in my head to try and to see if I can still enjoy the film by the time I go.
Try not to get too involved.
Yeah. Star Wars is an exception for me because
it's Star Wars.
It's fucking Star Wars, you know. That's such a huge series. I'm going to see that movie whether I like it or not. So there's no point.
Star Trek 3 just got announced.
Yeah, I'm excited for that.
Yeah.
I don't know how J.J. Abrams is going to juggle all this, but what is happening?
He clearly is done. He's been done with Star Wars for a few months now.
Oh, well, yeah, that's true.
When you think about it.
Yeah, he's probably already in production for Star Trek.
Or he's probably nearing.
Yeah.
Post.
Yeah.
So.
Anyways, so I don't know. I think a very clear example, at least to me, of a film that is sci-fi simply for the sake of sci-fi, and just for the sake of, I better fucking make this movie to make money, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
And I don't mean that in a cynical way. I mean it's the guy's job.
Yeah, exactly. That's what the movie industry is for.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's a job.
It's a job.
People,
oh my god. I'm sorry, dude.
That was my fault. But I don't know where I was going with this. Oh yeah, a movie where it's very clear. And I'm sorry if you like this film. I'm very, very critical of films, so don't take it personally.
We both are.
This is just how I function.
Pretty critical.
Because I know there were some people who said, yeah, it's all right.
Yeah.
But this is just a film. I saw the trailers for.
Yeah.
And we're like, all right, this movie clearly doesn't have a spark, and it doesn't really have a purpose. It just is a movie, and that was Jesus. This is a confusing.
This stage looked fucked up.
It is.
Oh my god.
This is weird. Anyways.
I'm just watching, and this sucks.
Oh my god, what is happening? This is kind of cool though. Anyways.
Yeah. Okay. What's
it was Jupiter Ascending.
Oh god, the Wachowskis or the Wachowskis, I don't know how you say
I
it.
don't know.
But that was their I'm pretty sure that's what we're talking. It's Mila Kunis.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
Recent
Jesus.
film. I don't know. I just saw the trailers and I was like, this is so uninspired.
It pretty much is like, and I don't know too many people who dig it,
Yeah.
but I know there's a small cult following.
Yeah.
With any Wachowski, me personally, I love Speed Racer,
Right.
which came just before Jupiter Ascending.
Right.
But,
oh no.
and
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
Why are there no intuitive tools to turn
around.
yourself around? Like you can't get on the
It'll tell you
turbulences?
when. Yeah, exactly. It's really good at telling you when you're turning the wrong way, but it's really bad about turning you around.
Yeah.
So
No! I don't want to go that way, you fucking idiot! I don't want to go this way either, you piece of shit!
getting tense.
Ugh.
So, I like the Speed Racer movie.
Yeah.
I think it's actually pretty damn alright.
Oh, I'm so far behind.
People give it shit, and it's understandable why people give it shit. But there's some I like the acting, surprisingly. Even though it's kind of hokey, I think that works for Speed Racer.
Yeah.
Because I used to watch the cartoons a little bit. Because I think the thing that's mostly in that movie, the core of Speed Racer's in that movie.
Okay.
You know what I mean? The idea it's a kid who's racing for his family.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? For familial purposes, Speed feels like he's really got to give it his all. You know what I mean? And the idea that it's pretty much all he can do. You know?
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Oh my god.
The one time I can't seem to find that.
I know. So I really dig. I dig the Speed Racer movie because I think the heart is there and it works. I have a few problems with it. You know what I mean?
This is gonna be hard.
Yep. Are we done for this episode?
Yeah, this episode's done.
Yep. All right.
It's
been done.
Yeah, it's been done for a
Whoops, little extra for you today.
bit. You're welcome.
You're welcome. And I guess we'll see you in the next one, and we'll keep talking about movies and
Yeah,
shit.
we'll keep going with this movie rant.